This is Gilgamesh. I want to talk about possibly one of the greatest action films to come out of India. I heard people talk about this movie, and I was like, I saw Sisu, I saw Sisu 2, Road to Revenge, and they said, if you like those, you're going to love this movie. Oh man, do I love this movie. I actually had to ask, I was in the theater, I saw it. I was the only, everybody else in the theater was Indian, and I love this movie. 3 hours, 34 minutes long, and it did have an intermission. This movie's perfect. It's actually somewhat based on actual early 2000, what happened between Pakistan and India, where at one point in the capital of Mumbai there was a hotel that was Pakistani terrorists got inside and they killed everyone and they set the place on fire. That does play into the movie. And the title, if I'm actually getting this right, the H is silent, so it's Dhurandhar. I could be wrong on that, but that's, what's great about this movie is that it's perfect. I mean, the casting is great. Everybody's cinematography. They do put in here dancing, but it fits within the whole movie. And there's a point where they did film this in Thailand that had to do with when they're in the woods and everything. That part is actually Thailand. I've seen other movies, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie is so perfect. It has slow-mo down at the right moments. I mean, hell, I can kill a kid in the movie. Yeah. But it deals with, and the title comes from, the main character here. Yeah. He was basically in, I guess, the military or something. He lost his wife. We have a flashback to his wife being murdered by I think it's Pakistani terrorists. And he's locked up in prison, and then he's offered a chance to go undercover inside Pakistan, infiltrate the underworld, get into the government, and take the government down from within. Because the U.S. government would not allow India publicly to retaliate against Pakistan at that point. I go into that, but yeah, this movie is so fucking amazing. The acting's superb. I mean, one of the actors, I've actually seen him he plays Rahim, the cop. This is him right here. I've seen him in other stuff, I know, and I was like, yeah, I recognize him. He is a fantastic actor. Everybody's really good in this. I do think because the movie is filmed in India, but you're supposed to believe they're in Pakistan. So I think most of the actors who play because they're all Indian actors, but they play Pakistani, And the thing is, I think they actually learned, I don't know what the language of Pakistan is, it might be Farsi or whatever, but it's clear that you can tell when they're speaking Indian because they speak some English. And I noticed this one or twice when the guy who's playing the intelligence guy, he literally says something in English and the subtitle doesn't match up. I was like, wow. I think he swears and it isn't on screen, but everything's in English subtitles. So, yeah. But the action is perfect. This movie's I heard how good it was. I was like, oh my god, I love this fucking movie. And now there is a sequel coming next March or April. And I'm going to get this on Blu-ray when it comes out. Because, fuck it, I love this movie. It was so goddamn good. I was like, yeah. And they have the actor who played Sanjay Dutt here. Not the wrestler Sanjay Dutt. But he plays this, he's a real guy. Chandra Awesome. He is a badass in the movie. And essentially, he's after Raham. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he looks like the guy. Yeah, there's several actors who look like the characters they're playing. Oh my god, how else put it? It's a brilliant movie. The casting is amazing. It's got the whole spy-in. You get back and forth. Everybody in this movie, and it's a long cast. I mean, look at this. I'm just showing you I mean, this is an amazing. Everybody's great. The kid. I mean, there's two boys in the movie, clear, and nobody Nobody in this movie does a horrible job. Everybody's perfect, brilliantly played. And this is the lead actor right here. That's him. I was like, holy crap, I want to see more of this guy because he is just so fucking good in the movie. I mean, everybody's fantastic. Everybody's great. like I said, this guy right here, this guy, I've seen him in other Indian films, and he's just like as the this character. He's wow. He just plays. He gives you the emotion like when his son is killed, his oldest son is killed. He has this stoic look on. He gets like this angry look, but he doesn't get like scream like oh. He gets emotional. You see the tears and all that, and it's like yeah. It's like he contains his anger till the right moment. Oh my God, does he kill somebody with beats him to death? Yeah, it turns out he kills his character Raman, and I keep getting the name wrong. I think it's Raman. Yeah, he actually kills his father, beats his father to death, and it's like we hear that he killed his mother, everything, and it's like yeah, because his father actually played a part in his oldest son being murdered, and yeah. This should let you know this is the real life guy. I mean, this is the actor, but the guy himself is a real man. He was an actual terrorist, and but this is the actor. Him playing the guy playing Rahman Dakite. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I could be wrong, but yeah. And he's really a real life terrorist. And yeah, this is like. As far as spy movies go, it's so well structured that you're like, you even I mean when yeah, somehow you actually feel bad for especially when you see Rahman's son get killed and you see his wife and everything. It's like yeah, you feel sorrow for him for losing his son, and then as the movie you realize he's especially after what happens in Mumbai and they're all celebrating. You're like, ugh. You're an evil piece of shit. So, it breaks it into chapters. So by the end, you get the last one. It's like, and the movie ends, and when it's over, I'm like, oh yeah, I want more of this. And then they come back with, after the credits, which I sat through, they tell you that the sequel, it's the same title, with Revenge. They show you some clearly footage to come in the sequel. Can't wait to see it. Oh my God, I love this movie. The score's actually amazing. And the soundtrack from the beginning, the opening of this movie. By the way, there were no trailers for this. They literally went right into the movie. They have a rock song, an indie rock song that I started. I could not stop my foot from like going along with it. It was just quite the song. I was like, God, this is great. Yeah, and the dancing was really good. I'm like, this has got some Bollywood. Yeah, but it didn't feel like a Bollywood movie. It felt like a serious drama that had humor in it. That was, when they did the humor, because one of the guys, he's kind of a scumbag, but he's based on a real guy. And I think, yeah, this guy, Jamal, right here. This is him. I think this is the guy. Let me make sure I have him. Yeah, this is the guy. Rakesh Bedi, I think that's how you pronounce it. He plays this guy right here. Jamal Lee. And he's just like scummy in the movie. He's a politician, and he's your typical scummy, backstabbing politician. Yeah, there's humor in this movie. It comes at times with, especially with Jamal, that like you laugh at. Yeah, makes you laugh. Everybody was laughing, and this, yeah. So for a movie about basically what's gone on between India and Pakistan, you're like, yeah, and you understand the Indians' anger. Seeing what the Pakistanis done and where it starts and where it ends, I'm like, oh my God, I love this fucking movie. The score in it, the way they filmed the movie, I think it might have been cinematography. It's written, directed, and produced by the same guy. Oh my God, how do you, yeah. And it's like, this movie is just amazing. And it's got such complexity without being boring. It's never boring. This movie never bored the shit out of me. It's not apologetic for its violence. Its violence fits the movie. That's what makes it also great, is that they're not just doing, like, people die in the movie they die because that's essentially what they've set up. And for the movie, it's like, this is such a magnificent film. I was glad I saw it in theaters. And I could not say this more. This movie, see it if you get a chance. It's worth seeing on the big screen. I think next week's the last week. It's playing at, I think, here where I live. It's playing one theater, but it may still be playing where you are. But yeah, you should see this this is like, yeah, great fucking. This is what action film. Why is it the Finnish and Indians are doing great action films? America doesn't put shit. Most of their stuff, it's like, unless it's low budget films, they're not worth shit. So yeah, this is what's called doing a movie the right way. That's 3 hours 35 minutes long, and it's never boring. I was never bored. I was like, when they had the intermission, got back, I'm sitting there, come on, get us back in the movie, and it's like, yeah, it picks up right where it left off. There was no, I didn't feel at least at all bored with it. I'm sitting going, I could have sat there another hour of this movie. That's how fucking good this movie is. It's a movie that sticks with you, and you go, wow, that was amazing. They did slow mo in the right way. Like, there's scenes where you're like, it's just like when there's a chase scene in the movie, and this is like when they're in Pakistan, and he's chasing after Raw Man. It's chasing after his father because he wants for what happened to his son. He figures out that his father was behind it, and when they hit the vehicle, they slowed this shit down. I mean, it's violent, and holy crap, is this movie violent? It's, you see a man get his head beat in. You're like, by his son, it's like, I'm your father. He goes, no, I killed my mom, so you're fucked. Yeah, he beats his father to death, like, holy shit. And there is a lot of death in this movie. The violence fits what we're dealing with. We're dealing with, the idea of terrorism and stuff, and, and people are very violent when they want to be. I mean, that's one thing you see in this movie, and you see how the Indian government tries to deal with all these, I'm actually surprised he doesn't get caught as a spy. There's a point where one of the guys goes, we caught a spy, and he is an Indian spy, and they're torturing the shit out of him, but he won't give any information up. I'm not kidding. I thought they were going to figure out he was the spy, but it's like, no, he never gets figured out, and that's why when he, what happens at the final act of this movie, yeah, it surprises these terrorists because they didn't see it coming. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you can tell when they're speaking the language of the people. I think it is Farsi or whatever, or Pakistan's language, and when they're speaking Hindu, and yeah, and I guess all the actors learned Hindu who are playing I think they did so that they could play them accurately, even though these are all Indian actors. They didn't act like Indian. They were like, literally, you believe their characters, who they're playing. You believe these are the people. Because that's how really good everybody was in this movie. There was not one bad performance. Even the kids, the two boys in this movie did a great job. They're not in it much, but it's just, wow. When you say action film, you go, and I've seen other Indian action films. One, I think, where a guy had a banana, killed the guy with it, and then peeled the banana and ate it. Literally stabbed him in the head, killed him with it, and then ate the banana. Indians, I found, know how to make an action film that's so over the top, you're like, holy fuck, what did I just watch? This movie's grounded more reality, but they can go that polar opposite and make it so over the top, like crazy, that you're like, god damn, this is amazing. Yeah, so I highly recommend this movie. Anybody looking for an excellent action film that's got espionage and deals with, takes liberties with some historical, what happened in India and everything. It makes you actually come to understand why people in India hate Pakistan so much, because of all the terrorism Pakistan's done on them. Yeah, it makes you relate to these people and go, oh yeah, I can understand why they hate the people of Pakistan. So yeah. Well, this is Gilgamesh. I will talk to you later. Bye.